What is the most shocking thing you have ever caught a family member doing, possibly NSFW? I was about 13 years old, coming home from a movie during the afternoon with one of my friends. I did not think anyone would be home since my mother told me she was going shopping with my younger brother and my dad should have been at work. Apparently, he did not think anyone would be home either. As I walked in the door, I heard some odd music playing and looked outside on the deck. What I saw appeared to be a woman dancing around holding a cigarette. Panic setting on the horrifyingly ugly woman, and I made eye contact and she dove into the house. I was legitimately concerned that this woman had broken into my house and was about to murder me. I sprinted out my front door and to a neighbor's house, who called my house, and to both of our surprises, my dad answered the phone. He told my neighbor that he had a woman friend over and that he had been in the shower when I was home. He came by to pick me up. Now my first thought was obviously, oh shit, dad's cheating on mom with a horrendously ugly woman. Right, wrong. Mom came home and looked very concerned, told me she knew what happened but needed my father to explain it to me himself. And that was the day I found out my dad loves wearing women's clothes. Back when I lived home with my parents, the most common form of communication throughout the house was yelling. My mother has a particularly aggravating voice, so it does not please me when she is screaming for my little brothers to come clean the kitchen or what have you, and have no response from them. Oftentimes, I would intervene by getting up, walking over to their room, and banging on their door until they came out. So, one afternoon, the screaming begins yet again. I have no idea what my mother wants with my little brother. All I know is that I am trying to finish my homework, and that her screaming is not helping. I get up, walk over to his room, and knock lightly, loudly stating, "Mom's calling you." Ordinarily, this is enough to elicit some sort of response. This time, however, there is silence. I proceed to knock again, a little louder, and still nothing. I try his door, and it is locked. Feeling annoyed at this point, I proceed to unlock the door. Simple flathead screwdriver does the trick and let myself in. There is my little brother, fast asleep, with his pants down to his ankles, flaccid penis in hand, semen clearly visible on his thigh and boxers. I freeze, confused and surprised at how suddenly things escalated. I stand there for a good 15 seconds, debating what to do. I then decided to lock the door again, close it quietly so as not to wake him, and pound the shit out of the door, yelling at him to open up. Immediately I hear him wake up. He shouts, "Hold on," and I hear rustling and fumbling, and finally he comes to the door. I pretend as if nothing has happened. He has this stupid guilty look on his face. He is a terrible liar, and it takes all my willpower to stop from laughing. I inform him that mother is looking for him, and go back to my room to my studies. I have never told him about that day, felt I did rather save us both the awkwardness, and him the embarrassment. Too long didn't he read, caught my little brother out cold after he masturbated with penis still in hand. Back when I lived home with my parents, the most common form of communication throughout the house was yelling. My mother has a particularly aggravating voice, so it does not please me when she is screaming for my little brothers to come clean the kitchen or what have you. Howard Wolowitz. I remember I was at my friend's house. Over the years, I used to see his dad and mom, and later on found out that his dad is his stepdad. So, his stepdad sucked at drinking. Typical sloppy drunk when he has had a few beers. We were upstairs playing GameCube when he noticed that his cat was missing. We looked everywhere for this cat. My gut feeling said that she escaped on her own. At the time, his cat was in heat, so she was really antsy about going outside. His dad was no help, just being drunk and saying dumb shit about how it is a good thing because the cat was annoying. Finally, like after an hour of searching, his dad comes upstairs and says he just remembered opening the door to the backyard about an hour before and the cat slipped outside. His dad started laughing. My friend was ducking pissed. He yelled at his dad, calling him stupid. His dad turned around and knocked over his GameCube to the floor. My boy flipped and punched his dad, and a whole fight ensued. The fight was broken up by me and his mom. It was seriously the most awkward situation. The next morning, his dad went work, and after that day, I basically stopped sleeping over his house because of his dad. At that time, I did not want to be in a situation like that again. But, in the end, all was good in regards to the cat. I guess the cat found no partners in the street since it was in heat. By 8 a.m. in the morning, she was at the door scratching so she could eat some cat food. Kitty do not give a duck. I get out at 1130 every day. Every day it is not like a school schedule that has different time each day. So, my family, I assume, would know that by now. So I head home from school one day and picked up my buddy from school because he was sick. I get home and the garage is not exactly quiet, and I come home the same time every day, and it was not different today. I walk in talking to my buddy, go into the front room, and there on the couch, with no attempt to conceal it, my brother is masturbating, in the middle of the day, on the couch, with my computer. I see him and turn around to fake set something on a table right by the entrance to the front room and head to my room for a minute with my friend to pretend we did not see him and give him time to put his junk away. I was relieved he did not see me see him so I could avoid an awkward conversation. I don't know if my brother is just a focused masturbator of what, but I walk back out and he is still masturbating. So I walked into the kitchen, which is right across from the front room, and pretend not to see him in my peripheral vision, and he finally puts his junk away and I sit in the front room waiting for him to say something. In true male fashion we completely pretended it did not happen and commenced playing Halo Reach. Too long didn't he? Red brother masturbated in the front room. When I was a kid my family would repeatedly have to yell at my sister for taking the peanut butter to her room and leaving it there. One day I was trying to make a PB and banana sandwich and the PB was gone, and I was particularly fed up with have to run upstairs to retrieve it. So I burst into my sister's room ready to yell at her. She had the peanut butter all over her vagina, and our puppy Schnauzer, Jerry Seinfeld, was cleaning it for her. I do not like to talk about this one, and not to throw away, but I am gonna keep this short so I do not have to think about it. I was 10, looking for mom and dad around the house, no idea where they were, so I headed into their room. Bam, right in the long-term memory, mommy and daddy, asked him out. Also my first time actually seeing anything sexual, very confusing to me for a very long time. Background info: nail clippers in my house are scarce. We have 4 people sharing one good set, so whoever takes them usually puts them in their room and they go missing for everyone else for a week. Fast forward to the week I was home alone, family on vacation in Florida. I was searching for nail clippers because I had a hangnail that was irritating me. I ended up searching through the side table in my parents' room. Lo and behold, there was a copy of 50 Shades of Grey and one of the most technologically advanced dildos that has ever existed. A part of me died that day. It cannot be unseen. Hit like if you enjoyed this video. Consider subscribing to our channel.